All right, boys and girls, we're back. It's Wednesday. And the good news is today we won't spend as much time as we did yesterday with our problem string because our focus today is just on our calendar grid. So I'm going to show you some of the calendar markers that I've been updating for us without showing you guys because we've had other work to get done. And I want you to notice, I guess I'll forewarn you, that our pattern has changed. It's so crazy to see. And so we're going to look and see what's been happening, and then we'll fill in our recording sheet and make a prediction on what we think today's calendar marker will look like before you guys have an assigned workbook page to complete. So let's look. So we looked at the 19th. We know it was a line segment. Look at the 20th. Now we have a right angle here. Do you see that? We have two line segments together, and it has created a right angle. So I'm going to fill that in for us. So we got the 19th, which is 1. There are no angles, and it's just a line segment. And then we have the 20th, which looks interesting to me. There are 2 lines. There is 1 right angle, and we're just going to call it a right angle because that's exactly what it is. A right angle measures how many degrees? Yeah, 90 degrees. So now let's look at the 21st because I'm kind of covering up with my face here. Oh my gosh, are we now? We're no longer just having line, 2 lines, or line segment, 2 line segments, triangle. Line segment, 2 line segments, triangle. Now we have a line segment, 2 line segments, 3 line segments. Whoa. So we have 3 line segments, but let's pay close attention to, let me zoom in a little bit more. Let's pay close attention to this angle we already saw. That is our right angle. So now I want to know what this angle is, and let's see if I can draw on this today. Maybe. What is this angle? What kind of angle is it? Yeah, it's an obtuse angle. So now I have 3 line segments, which is 1 right angle and 1 obtuse angle. And I could just put, if we were to give it a name, we would say right angle and obtuse angle. And then look what happens on the 22nd, which was our e-learning day. We have now completed a shape. So we went from 3-sided shape to a 4-sided shape, which is a quadrilateral. And this one happens to have a special name. What is the name of this shape? It is a trapezoid. You are correct. So we have, let's see here. We have a right angle here. We have a right angle here. We know that this was our obtuse angle. What kind of angle is this? Right, it is a cute little angle, so we can fill that in. So I'm going to put that we now have 4-sided figure. We now have 2 right angles. We have 1 obtuse angle, and then we have 1 acute angle. And remember, acute angles have less than 90 degrees. And what did we say that this shape was called? It is called a trapezoid, which brings us to, oh, I don't think we made it there yet. I think we have one more to look at, and then we'll talk about today's. So here's the 23rd. Now we just have 1 line segment again. 1, no angles. And it is called just that, a line segment. And a line segment is just a piece of a line. It doesn't go on forever in both directions, and we would know that with the little arrows that would have been shown. So let's see what today's calendar marker would look like. Ready? Drum roll, please. And voila. I wonder if this is going to become a triangle or a quadrilateral. But we now have at least it's following that pattern. It goes from 1 to 2. It's just a question of, will it have 3 or will it have 4? So now we have 2 line segments. It is created what kind of angle? It is an angle smaller than 90 degrees, which means it is an acute angle, and we'll just call it just that. Okay, we went from having triangles to then having quadrilaterals. So we went line segments. Well, we started off with line segments, line segment, line segment, line segment, line segment. Or really we focus on angles, like the size of an angle. And then we went to line segment to triangle, to line segments to triangle, to line segments to triangle. Then all of a sudden we have a quadrilateral, which I'm kind of glad we had a quadrilateral because today we are going to be doing the quadrilateral workbook page. I know I talked about going over the triangle workbook page with you the next time, and I'm actually not going to go over that with you today just for the sake of time, but hopefully you got this finished. You were able to draw a triangle with a right angle, draw a triangle with an obtuse angle, which I can even draw that one real quick. It's really easy to draw obtuse angles. Hopefully you got one that had all acute angles, which means they're all less than 90 degrees. And then we had scalene triangles where 2 sides were the same length, and then isosceles where none of them had the same length. So I could almost call this an isosceles triangle because I know that this doesn't have, none of the sides have the same length, or excuse me, a scalene triangle. And maybe this would be isosceles, so maybe that doubles. I'm not going to go through the rest of them. Our focus today is on the quadrilateral workbook page, which is page 54. So if you would turn to it, I'll quickly go over the directions, and then you guys will be working on this page independently, okay? So it's exploring quadrilaterals. So you got a trapezoid, that's a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. And now we're incorporating some language that we've been using for a little while now. Parallel. Remember, they're going in the same direction. It says draw 3 different trapezoids. And it tells you, has 1 set of parallel sides. To see how different they can be while still having 4 sides and parallel lines. Then a rhombus. Same thing, which is a quadrilateral that has 4 equal sides. So like a square, that's kind of like smush. Draw 3 different rhombuses. And then a parallelogram, which is a quadrilateral with 2 sets of parallel lines. So, if you have a straight edge at home, please use that just so we can keep our work as neat as possible. If not, that's okay. But please follow the directions and follow them closely. I do expect this page to be done, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.